good one.
On the restart, he was so like chopping.
Me?
No, Santo.
There's always a debrief that occurs at these moments after the race is over, which is always really fun because drivers race as much with their hands as they do anything else. Obviously, a couple of drivers. First of all, I'm delighted that Ed is here because Ed almost got in the top 9. We brought him in here. Hardly anyone asked him a question. He'd been solid the entire month of May. Congratulations on your run. And Helio, you've been there before that much. But we saw your interview. Looks like as best you can, you've taken in pretty good spirits. Let's hear from you on that.
From me first?
Sure.
Well, congrats to Takuma Sato. Great job winning the Indianapolis 500. He came close once with Dario, I guess, and now he finally made it. What can I say? My race was pretty adventure. We have a lot of things. We have we started from the back. I knew I had a good balance, and then we went to the front. And about lap 50, we were already in the top 10. Unfortunately, with the accident with Dixon and 77, broke a winglet and broke the front wing because I went off the track. I don't know how, to be honest. It was a good save, I have to say that. Today, this place bring the best out of me, and it was pretty good. But then we have to go back to the 23rd position again. And then I had a good start. They called green. I went, but they said I jumped the start. Very disappointed on that one. I would like to see some reviews. Hopefully they can convince me that I did jump the start. But we made the drive-through, went back again, got off sync, about to be a lap down, and then finally we got a break with the yellow and got in sync, be able to make some moves again, pass a lot of people. Car was really strong, even with the winglet broken. Car was really strong. Unfortunately, you know, there was that issue when I was seeing each Honda going away. I'm like, here we go. That's what I said. But they gave the good engine to Alonso, but they gave the mean engine to Takuma Sato. So that was a good one. I tried everything I could towards the 3 laps to go or 2 laps to go. I went outside. Unfortunately, my tires were overshot a little bit. I would have probably ended up in a wall. I have to back up a little bit, which I thought was a good timing because I would have tried to make a move again. But man, he just took off, and that's it. That was my last chance. So really disappointed for the fans, for obviously my team. They gave me a great car. I did everything I could. Trust me, everything I could. Unfortunately, second place is the best for us today.
And I notice you keep studying the chart. Is there something in the numbers up there you're trying to get to understand that what might have got you forward just a little bit more?
No, I was just having a look, and I was watching that TV as well and saying, oh, why didn't I get up there? Why, I should be up there as well. But
you are up there, man. Are you kidding me?
No.
Third place.
I mean, I'm watching that.
Oh,
I
I'm
wish
sorry.
I was
Are
on
you
the
watching
bricks.
that one? Yeah.
But you know, it was a great race for us. Great car I've had the whole month, really. We were running through traffic. We had but the race was so up and down for us. It was a solid start. We were running in the top 10, 11 for most of the first half. And then when Dixon had his crash, thankfully those guys are okay. But I ran over some debris and it damaged the floor and also the rear wing. So that meant we had to change the rear wing, and it sent me to the back of the field. Then we had to claw our way back up again. Then we got some luck back, and in the last yellow, we actually pitted right before it, so it put us near the front. But then I had some bad luck again, and I actually damaged my front wing. I had a big hole in it, so my legs got pretty cold, to be honest. I had wind blowing into them like crazy. But that also created a lot of drag, and that meant that when I was really good in the corners, catching up to the other cars, but as soon as we got in the straights, I couldn't tow up to them, and we just lacked that straight line speed for the last, let's say, I think 40 laps. And so it's really hard for me to defend or even attack, which was really frustrating because I think, we had the car to win today, and, great job to Sato and Helio. But yeah, it's so frustrating. I don't know how many opportunities you get to be in that battle.
I have to say that he did a very good job. When we ran side by side, he was very smart. I have to say that you drove not like a rookie, to be honest. So congrats, you did a good job.
Helio, what did you see of the flying car? Because when it did, pretty much you drove
flying.
right under it.
I saw they were flying, and I duck, I close my eyes, and when I open, I was in the grass, and I was like, hold on, you know, and no, I saw the 77 on the gray, and I knew he would bounce back. That for sure, because it happened a long time ago, I don't know, 2011, I think, and that almost caught me. So I knew that would be a thing. When I saw Dixon, I said, okay, he might be getting in trouble. And so I was already moving to the left, but the car, when it collect, both, they came in a pace so fast towards me in the air that I really throw the car into the inside, and all of a sudden, I just saw the grass. I mean, I was in the grass. Actually, there was a hump. I don't know what happened. The car just jumped, and I'm kind of like, kind of hold on, you know, and I thought, okay, look around, everything's fine, and when we stopped because of the red flag, we noticed that there was the winglet broken, and the front wing was broken too. I did not. Like I said, I don't know how he broke the winglet, because if some parts touched my car, it was really close. I saw really the car in the air.
Helio, over here. Last 5 or 10 laps, how much did that feel like 2014, and why or why not?
No, it was different. It was different. 2014, we had something more. I'm just look. He did a 2:21.5 his last lap. By myself, I was doing 220.0. So they were a mile and a half faster than us, and 2014 probably a half mile an hour. So or maybe 0.7. So for me, you can see that was really, really strong. Special when you pass, they back off, lift off. When they come back again, they come back really strong. So I was actually, when I went past, I think 3 laps to go on the outside, I knew I would make it. But when as soon as I start turning in, the car start pushing, and I'm like, ooh, this is going to be a problem. And then I thought that would create momentum for us. But unfortunately, not even that. I wasn't even able to get that. So really shame, really disappointed for that.
Is it heartbreaking to come this close again to your 4th?
Yes, it's tough to accept. After so many things happen, that's at least give you the perspective that I did my best. I really pushed it. The guys did a phenomenal job. And we drove our heart, no question. And the good news sounds like we're leading the championship. So, hey, there is always a positive note, and I think that it is very positive. Yes, finish second again sucks. So close to get to the 4th. I'm really trying. I will not give up this dream, and I know it's gonna happen.
Ed, compare 2016's Freedom 100 to today. You've done a great job going second last year, third this year. How have you taken to the Speedway, especially with the battle you had there with Helio?
Yeah, I've loved ovals since I started racing them. You know, last year I think we finished on the podium in all 3 of them, Indy Lights, and coming here, you know, a big part of it is having a good car underneath you, and I was fortunate to have that today. Like you said, I've had good battles around here in the Lights car, where you can run side by side for a lot of it. So when I was running next to Helio, it was kind of a bit of deja vu, but you know, it was good. It's so frustrating again. I think I've had 5 podiums, well, 5 top 3s on ovals now, and I haven't won one. So it's really gutting not to get one, and I'm working my hardest to do it next time.
Helio, talk a little bit about the first pass you made. I think you got him in 3 there late in the race, and then came back around and you were going after him again. But I don't think that was in the 3rd turn. I think that was in 1. Can you talk about the difference and maybe why you didn't wait for 3 again?
It just didn't. I think. Oh, the car. Man, I made so many passes that now I'm kind of like confusing. I passed Takuma Sato on outside turn 3 to the lead for the lead. No, that was 8, wasn't it, Chilton? I think it was Chilton. Yeah, that's why the car was blue. But the thing is, with Chilton, I was pretty decent. but the Andretti guys, they were really strong. And if I did make a pass, probably because Chilton was in front and I was actually helping me to get a little bit of a draft. And that why I made the pass. But I couldn't. My turn 2 was really good. Back straight was really good. But unfortunately, I was not able to do it. Trust me. Yeah, I was really trying.
Two questions for Ed. First off, you made it look pretty easy from fighting with these veterans out there. So did it feel as easy with you? Did it feel as easy as it looked? And two-part, how does it feel to have the respect of your peers, especially a driver like Helio?
Yeah, throughout the race, you know, to be honest, in the first half on the starts and the restarts, I was struggling quite a bit. But throughout the race, I learned a lot through them. And to be honest, I think on the last 3 or 4, I was making up positions every restart. So, yeah, it was a big learning process for me. And, again, I haven't actually done that much running in traffic, so I was learning to how close I could get and using my tools a lot more than I have done in the past. So, although it looked like, as you said, quite common for me or normal for me, I was learning so much every time I was driving and making passes. And you know, throughout the race, actually, I mixed up quite a bit with Helio, and he was the one car where I couldn't really defend from him. I realized he was really quick, especially in traffic. And yeah, it's great to have the acknowledgement from him. And hopefully, we'll be racing for the win next year.
Helio, 2 quickies. You just watched a replay of going under Dixon. What's your reaction now that you've seen yourself in
That was pretty impressive. I have to say, I was like, wow. Yeah, see, he was past me even before the finish line. There was not even a chance. I really like, But anyway, he did, yeah, I'm not sure if his front nose touched the winglet. So that's pretty, I was pretty lucky to avoid that. And I'm glad he's okay because it was a pretty nasty accident.
And you had the famous quote, you know, to me and some other guys on Thursday, if the Hondas go full blast, they will not last. Are you sitting there with fingers crossed with Sato as you're trying to chase him? I mean, what are you thinking there?
They had a 20 engines. I'm like, man, I hope none of them last. But unfortunately, one mean one ended up winning. But yep, I knew it. At least one would make it, and I have to say, Takuma Sato prevailed.
Yeah, Helio, on that last run you had, you know, going in, kind of a late run on the outside, it didn't stick. Was there any regret on your part at that point that maybe you didn't wait for a better opportunity, or was that pretty much the only chance there was?
Well, very good observation. I had the feeling, and the car would have run off, and he was behind too. So, and it's still 3 laps to go, or that was a 3rd lap for the final, because I remember Roger said something. So, I don't think, first, I don't think I would make it. Second, I would think I put myself in a very bad position to fight for the last 2 laps. And so I have to thinking, you know, knowledge and try again on the second one. Unfortunately, I couldn't do it. The car just started pushing a little bit, but it just didn't suck in. I was very surprised, to be honest, because I thought the list was going to be very similar to what happened to the 2014, but didn't even do that. So that was a shame.
Helio, by the way, congratulations to the runner position.
Thank you.
2003, you came up short by 22 hundredths. 2014 against Ryan, came up short 6 hundredths, and today was 20 hundredths.
Really?
Yeah. So if you're looking back, you know, if you can compare these all 3 losses, which was
the first one? The first one, the 2003, because if I knew that AJ Foyt Jr. would back off that much in turn 2, I would go for it. And that basically made me lose the race. Obviously, I was about 3-4 seconds ahead or 2 seconds ahead of Gilles, and it was so bad that I have to slow down, put third gear, so that we don't crash. And obviously, Gilles came with the momentum and passed me. So that would be the biggest one. Now, 14 and today, I did everything in my power and the Chevy power that we had to make it happen. And unfortunately, it came short again. Thank you.
Ed, question for you. You said earlier you were driving over debris and had troubles with the top line speed. But nevertheless, I was impressed, for example, lap 175, it seems very easily that you passed Helio. It seems not to be affected at all.
Yeah.
And the second is this multiple yellow flags we had at the race. Did it interrupt your rhythm or did it help you?
So early on, the yellow flags, the restarts interrupted me quite a bit, and I lost quite a lot of ground. But I wasn't used to how aggressive the guys went on that first restart lap, and so I was adjusting to it. And by the end, I was getting quite good at it. And that was the point where I could, at the end of the race, really the main place I could pass people was just at the restarts where I got double draft and worked it out there. But yeah, when I passed Chilton, I think a few laps from the end, we had to go, I only got next to him right into one, so I was fortunate that he backed off, otherwise it would have been much more difficult. But yeah, no, the speed got slower around, I think it was like laps 160 is when I hit the back of Zach Veach on the exit of turn 4.
One for Ed, one for Helio. Ed, I remember doing an interview with you last October. You were talking about how important it was to have a full season IndyCar ride, not just the Indy 500 ride that comes with the Indy Lights champion. How much better prepared were you for this race by having that full season deal with Dale?
Well, it makes a massive difference, in my opinion. You know, I've learned so much in the few races that I've done so far, and having Seb as my teammate has been a huge help for me. And we're going to miss that a lot because without having an experienced guy there, it makes it a lot tougher for rookies to get up to speed and with setups and stuff like that. Because everywhere we go, he knows exactly what we need. Well, he has the experience of it. I'm still kind of guessing a bit. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, and then what was the other part you asked?
Just having the I have a.
Oh yeah, the full seat. Yeah, and yeah, just being with the team. I've been with them now for quite a few months, and so the relationship is really good. If you're running the full season, they're always going to put, in my opinion, more effort into the 500 car as well, rather than just doing a one-off race. Yeah, and so just getting into this weekend, there's nothing new I had to learn compared to rookies or guys who just do the one-off race where you're still learning the environment. You're a bit rusty on certain things, whereas I've done all of that for a few months now, and I'm up to speed, and gives me the confidence to attack as hard as I want.
And Helio, all those trips that we used to make over to Motegi, and you would see what a huge following Takuma Sato had in Japan. The guy was known as a crasher a lot of times in this series, but when he signed with Andretti, did you say, you know, that might be the final ingredient he needs to really start winning a lot of races?
Listen, Takuma Sato is a veteran, a great driver. He has a lot of miss and run, but when he get it, and not only in qualifying and races. And today, it was his day, and I didn't think anything different about signing with another team. But he did a great job. It just proved that age is just a number, because he's probably around 40, correct? There we go. See, I'm telling you guys. You guys think, hey, you old, you old. Yeah, we get better when we get old. So I'm glad that he's over the hump, showing that we still can win races and be competitive.
Thank you for coming in, gentlemen.
Thank you,
we
guys.
appreciate it. Great job, man.